education at Spirit Keeper Animal Sanctuary. Today is Saturday, January 25th, 2025, and I'm hearing about a lot of people that are adding new snakes to their family. Congratulations if you're one of the people doing that, including several of my own clients who are adding baby snakes to their family. And I wanted to give you a few tips on acclimating your new snakes to your household. Now, if you've worked with a very modern breeder, I know a couple of excellent breeders that are raising their hatchling snakes or their newly born snakes right into environmentally enriched habitats, and they're growing up from the day that they hatch or are born in naturalistic setups. So if you're getting a snake from one of these people, Abby Stone, Paul Duran, also, I want to shout out to Bob Bledsoe, who doesn't raise his babies in naturalistic enclosures, but who provides them with lots of environmental stimulation in his hatchling setups and also offers them lots of enrichment experiences outside of their hatchling setups. If you're getting one of those snakes from somebody like that, you obviously don't want to downgrade them. They are used to environmental stimulation, a lot of mental stimulation. They're used to a naturalistic or very stimulating habitat, and so you want to keep that up. You want to make sure you're putting them into something similar, and that you can progress that over the snake's lifetime if you want to make it more complex or add and change things out or make it bigger or whatever. However, if you're getting your new snake, whether it's a baby or an adult, from a breeder who is not engaging in these more modern practices, and the snake has been living in a tub setup, I recommend that you raise them that way to begin with one caveat. And the reason I say that is, yes, behavior science tells us that environmental stimulation, mental stimulation helps with stress resilience, helps build resilience and confidence and boldness in general, and helps with problem-solving skills as the snakes develop, as any animal develops. However, you don't want to just throw them into a very complex environment. That would be very scary for them. So you want to ask your breeder, how's the snake currently living? Can I see a picture? And you want to set up your new snake's habitat as close to that as possible. And so if it's in a tub, you want to set up a tub as identical to the breeder's tub as possible, and that's what you want to put your new snake in when you first get it. And then I'm going to show you the suggestion that I have in order to let them start exploring more enriched spaces, more environmental complexity in their own time when they feel ready to. So let's go take a look at that. If you're getting your new baby from a breeder or a source that's keeping them in a tub, it's best to go ahead and replicate that environment as best you can to duplicate what's familiar to your snake, because you don't want to make any abrupt transitions. That is stressful. So to keep things low stress, you want to keep your snake's new environment as familiar as possible, but you do want to cut a hole somewhere in your tub container, because you're going to set this in the naturalistic or stimulating or environmentally enriched habitat that your snake is going to eventually live in. This gives them the opportunity to remain in something that they're very familiar with and is going to be comfortable and feel safe to them, and also at the same time have the opportunity to come out and explore their habitat at large when they feel safe and they feel comfortable doing that, which is exactly what would happen in nature. I want to take this opportunity to let everyone know, or remind you if you already know, that Kinova Reptiles now has a Pet Success program. So if you are looking for a Royal Python, Python Regis, please contact Summer Grace Melville over at Kinova Reptiles. Ask about the Pet Success program, or you can look at the Pet Success page on their website and you can see what the Pet Success program is all about. You pick out your snake, you tell them you want it in the Pet Success program, you sign up for the benefit tier that you want, and they will raise your new snake in an environmentally enriched naturalistic enclosure. They will switch it to frozen thawed if you like. They will target train it if you like. And you can sign up for all of these different things, but talk to Summer about it and she'll get you hooked up. snakes hatched or born in nature are going to be around their clutch mates initially, and they are going to stay in their den or their hole or whatever nest space mom chose. And then eventually, as they gain confidence and they feel more bold, they are going to leave that nest area and the safety of mom and the clutch mates, and they're going to go out into their environment at large, and they're going to little by little start exploring. And so if you set your new snake up in something that they are very familiar with, if they've come from a breeder that puts them in tubs, then you want to duplicate that. Ask them to send you a picture of what the snake's been living in, duplicate that. Leave an out for them. Put it in the habitat that you're going to have your snake living in full time, and just leave them be. Let them settle in. Don't disturb them. Make their routine as predictable as possible, meaning when you change water, when you feed them, when you put the lights on, and that is something you can vary over time, but initially you want the snake to be able to settle in. This is how I initially recommend that you set them up. Set them up in whatever they're familiar with. Put that in the environmentally stimulating space in which you intend them to live in. Leave them alone and let them come out and explore that environment when they feel safe, when they feel comfortable, which is exactly what they would do after they were hatched or born in the wild. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. I hope that made sense, but if you have any questions about that, you can certainly reach out to me at behavioreducationllc@gmail.com. You can find me on Patreon at patreon.com/behavioreducation, obviously right here on YouTube, and I am also on Facebook, Instagram, and Blue Sky. So until next time, everybody, please remember to always be kind and love your animals.